Welcome. This presentation outlines the evolution of OneHope's branding strategy as we look toward a more unified, impactful brand architecture in 2025 and beyond. At OneHope, every program we run ties directly to one of our three strategic goals: engage, equip, or empower. Under biblical engagement, we serve children and youth through core resources like Book of Hope, Feed, Lead Today, and the Bible app for kids. In biblical discipleship, we equip local churches through networks like Avivemos, Affect Destiny, and others. And in leadership development, we empower emerging leaders, especially ages 16 to 25, through the OneHope University ecosystem, including 414 Academy and Cultivate. This structure keeps our mission focused and our impact measurable. Effective brand strategy isn't just about marketing. It's the foundation that shapes our identity, aligns our communication, and directs our actions. A strong strategy makes who we are clear to the world and consistent across every touch point. At OneHope, we are reframing brand as more than a marketing function. It must become a lens through which we view business strategy. This is a shift from tactical execution to strategic clarity. Brand architecture defines how our family of brands relate to each other. When done well, it brings clarity, both internally and externally, on what OneHope offers and how each initiative fits into the broader mission. We've explored four primary models. First, the branded house, a strong single-parent brand with unified identity. Second, the endorsed model. Sub-brands maintain their own identity, but visibly connect to the parent brand. Third, hybrid model, a mostly unified system with one or two distinct outliers. And fourth, a house of brands, independent brands with little or no connection to the parent brand in the public eye. Let's look at three of these common brand structures. Endorsed, like Nestlé, where sub-brands are distinct but visibly supported by the parent. Hybrid, like Amazon, where some services carry the parent brand while others stand apart. And house of brands, like Procter & Gamble, where each brand is independent with little public connection to the parent. Each model sends a different message and affects how clearly we show up. Amazon is a great example of a hybrid brand architecture. Some offerings, like Amazon Echo or Amazon Go, live under a unified branded house. Others, like Prime Video or Kindle, are endorsed. They carry the Amazon name, but with their own identity. And then there are standalones like Twitch or Whole Foods, which operate independently. OneHope is moving in a similar direction. Our goal is to strengthen the parent brand, OneHope, while giving select initiatives their own space when strategically appropriate. This model brings the flexibility to differentiate where it matters without losing clarity or connection to our core identity. Here's how the hybrid model applies to OneHope. At the top, we have a branded house approach, initiatives with a strong association to OneHope and governed directly by us. Then there are endorsed brands. These initiatives carry their own identity, but are clearly backed by OneHope, enhancing credibility and trust. Finally, in some cases, we take a house of brands approach, placing greater emphasis on partnerships and sometimes using a white label model out of cultural sensitivity. This tiered system gives us the flexibility to stay mission-aligned while adapting to different contexts. Now we begin mapping our hybrid brand architecture to our three strategic pillars: engage, equip, and empower. This grid will guide how we organize initiatives across the branded house, endorsed, and house of brands categories. It helps us ask, where does each initiative live? How closely should it be tied to OneHope's core brand? And how do we ensure clarity across all expressions of our work? This isn't just a structure. It's a tool for focus, consistency, and alignment as we scale. Here's how our current initiatives align within the hybrid architecture. A few efforts like Affect Destiny, Avivemos, and the Bible app for kids sit in the endorsed category. They have unique identities but visibly connect to One Hope. Others, like Telos, In Common, and Lead Today, operate as part of a house of brands. These are more independent, often designed for specific partners or cultural settings. What's missing here is a strong, visible branded house tier. That's where we have the most room to grow, elevating unified initiatives that clearly communicate the One Hope identity. This snapshot helps us assess what's working and where we need more clarity and consistency going forward. This slide reflects our broader brand ecosystem, initiatives and platforms that are part of our extended network. Most of these live in a house of brands model. Projects like Missio, robhoskins.org, Launchpad, Hope Ed, and the 414 movement carry their own identities and often operate independently from One Hope's visual or verbal brand. Some are strategic partnerships, others are passion projects. While these expressions have value, they also raise important questions. How do we manage them within a unified system? Where do we draw clearer connections back to One Hope? Clarifying these relationships is essential as we build brand equity and increase recognition across all audiences. This chart shows how our current initiatives align with both our brand architecture and our mission pillars: engage, equip, and empower. Some initiatives are clearly endorsed, while others operate more independently in a house of brands model. This view helps us assess where we're aligned, where we're fragmented, and where we can strengthen clarity across the full scope of our work. We've seen this issue show up across key initiatives. The Telos Bible lacks the One Hope logo. In Common roundtables are branded independently, even when produced and hosted by us. Avivemos mentions One Hope faintly, without clear connection or link. And Bible app for kids credits life. Church predominantly, while our role is nearly invisible. These examples reveal how distance from the parent brand reduces visibility, even in our most impactful work. Currently, our brand architecture is complex. This has led to fragmentation. Sub-brands often compete for attention. This creates confusion for external audiences and weakens alignment within our team. Are we unintentionally diluting our message? If our audiences can't connect the dots between our initiatives, we risk losing recognition. If our staff are unclear about how a sub-brand connects to the bigger vision, we risk inefficiency and misalignment. The cost of fragmentation is clarity. After evaluating our structure, we're leaning toward a hybrid brand architecture. This allows One Hope to maintain a strong parent identity, while also supporting a few distinct brands when strategically justified. It's the best of both worlds. Our brand should be strongest in areas where we have direct-to-consumer impact, especially in biblical engagement and leadership development. But fragmentation is preventing that. This is why alignment with our strategic pillars, engage, equip, empower, is essential. So what's next? Our strategic working group will evaluate each sub-brand for alignment with our core mission. Communications, global areas, and services will offer input. We will update brand guidelines, architecture frameworks, and messaging. Governance models and rollout training will ensure consistency and clarity going forward. We're inviting your feedback. Please send your comments and ideas by Friday, April 4th. Your voice matters as we shape how One Hope presents itself to the world. A new brand book and digital hub is coming soon. It will include updated visual and messaging guidelines, our new brand model, enrichment trainings, and a digital platform for continuous access to resources. This is more than a style guide. It's a strategic framework to unify and equip us for the next chapter of impact. Thank you for your leadership and collaboration. Together, we're building a brand that reflects the clarity, unity, and purpose of One Hope's global mission.